Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time for Yule, Y-U-L-E. Thank you so much for that, for sending that through my PayPal. Links are down below in the info box for people who want to send in anything. But he wanted me to... The reason I'm bumbling through this is a film I don't remember much about, so I don't know how good of a commentary this will be. Because I haven't seen this film in a while, and I remember not hating this film, but it's not one of the more remarkable Bond films. I do remember it being a step down from Casino Royale, but at the same time, I don't remember it being that awful either. But it's Quantum of Solace, which came out around 2008, and the second venture of Daniel Craig. So I have a pause at the beginning, 3, 2, 1, pressing play. And we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I don't know, it might not be the most exciting, but... Because again, I don't remember a whole lot about the movie, but... I guess maybe this will be one of those commentaries where I'm just talking about what's on the screen. Because I don't have memories, I didn't grow up with the film, anything of that sort. I mean, I guess technically I did, but... I might have seen this film only twice before. When it first came out, and then when I first got the DVD. Because I think I rented it first. Because I believe that was the time I was working at a video store. And, you rent movies for free. So I would rent it out, see it. Oh, I didn't mind it. Boom. Find it for cheap. Because at the video store, you would have movies, and then after a while, we need to get rid of them, so we would sell them. And then you wait long enough, they could be decently cheap. But like the James Bond film, we start off with an opening action scene, which you have this car chase. Now, there's some good practical bits in this. But I agree with Roger Moore. Roger Moore actually had a complaint about this film where he felt the action was too much flash cutting. And he said it felt like a commercial for an action film. Or a commercial for an action scene. And Roger Moore was right on that part. I do agree with him. And, I mean, the guy did quite a bit of James Bond, so he knows how action works. And you could tell... This is around the time where the Bourne films, the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, those movies were coming out, trying to be the more modern take on action films. So I do think, which was the bad move, they tried to take a page out of that. So the action scenes, I remember flash cutting. Sometimes they say MTV editing, but I'm not even sure if that's appropriate. But just when there's like... So you don't get the best case of the geography. Like, okay, we were in this one area, now we're out here on the road. A desert rose getting away. Be careful, gonna have a bad day. And by this point, we don't really know why this is happening. Oh, this is a cool bit. The car flipping over, and as they go down, they gotta avoid it. It reminds me a little bit of Commando, but it was Arnold driving the car down, and he has no brakes or anything, so he pretty much just has to roll the thing down. He can't stop. They just... And it looks like some decent practical stuff. Real cars being used. Yeah, just shoots the shit out of him. Bye-bye, bad guy. Bye, bitch. But that's what I mean. It's like... That's not really James Bond, that kind of editing for an action sequence. It really isn't. So, I do remember that being one of the bigger downfalls of the movie. But like I said, I don't remember hating the film. It's not up there with a favorite. I mean, favorite Bond films, I've said before, I'll say again, GoldenEye is my favorite. But Spy Who Loved Me is in my top 5. License to Kill is in my top 5. I think Tomorrow Never Dies is underrated. This is Mr. White. The guy in the trunk. He's the guy at the end of Casino Royale who James Bond shined the leg and said, "Name's Bond. James Bond. Mr. White. Where's Mr. Pink and Mr. Blue? Where's Mr. Blonde?" Now the song here, again, I think the only decent song, well, okay, the one for Skyfall is alright, I guess, but I don't really ever listen to that song, so maybe it's not that great. This song, Spectre, man, I've listened to the one for No Time to Die, nah. I don't mind the You Know My Name from Casino Royale. I don't mind that song. But the more favorite songs is Back to the Day. Nobody Does It Better in The Spy Who Loved Me. That's my favorite Bond song. Live and Let Die. Paul McCartney. Duran Duran's A View to a Kill. Like, those would be some of my favorites. But yeah, the top 5 Bond films, I know GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies would be up there. Spy Who Loved Me. Probably put like Goldfinger, License to Kill. Somewhere around there, that'd be top 5. The worst one, I think, with Bond attached to the name, the original Casino Royale, the one with Peter Sellers where he got fired, or he left, I should say, he quit, and then they tried to finish the film and it was just completely fucked up. The official James Bond, probably Die Another Day, I think is the worst. I did not see the new James Bond because I don't want to see a 3-hour movie where he dies. Lo and behold, it's a James Bond film here that's only 1 hour and 40 minutes. Holy shit. That's one plus I'll give it. Not every fucking movie needs to be 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. This is 1 hour and 40 minutes? Cool. Doesn't need to be... Not every movie has to be that long. If you do it well, it can be that long, but not every fucking movie. So that's one thing I'll give credit to it. They said, no, we don't really need a 2.5 hour movie this time for James Bond. I think this is Alicia Keys. I didn't mention this, but on the name, I saw David Harbour. David Harbour's in this, the guy from Stranger Things and the shitty Hellboy movie. It's like I forgot to say in my Tomorrow Never Dies commentary, for a brief bit, you see Gerard Butler. I think he's someone on the ship when they get attacked. I think at the beginning of the film, he's one of the people on the ship that the bad guys take down. I think he's there. I'm like, wait, oh, I didn't recognize it. But I think the opening visuals are cool in this intro. The desert landscape, which, and I know that reflects the finale of the film. I do remember liking the finale, because I liked the building architecture and the location, and a lot of real practical fire being displayed. But Marc Forster directed this. He's a guy. He did Monsters Ball, which Halle Berry, I think she won the Oscar for that film. He would go on to direct World War Z, and I actually liked that film quite a bit. I have the Blu-ray that's the more unrated cut, and like I said, I did quite like World War Z. I thought it was a lot better than I thought it would be. So, but yeah, this is Mr. White from the end of Casino Royale. Vesper, the girl from Casino Royale, definitely more of a sequel, which they did not do that a lot in the James Bond films. Very loosely connected. I think at the beginning, For Your Eyes Only, Roger Moore's at the gravesite of the wife that died in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. But yeah, very rarely. This is probably the only series of Bond films where you really felt a sense of connection. Just the whole Vesper stuff. That definitely stuck in to the narrative. And Judi Dench is M. Like I said, it was a bit weird that, you know, she's the M in the Pierce Brosnan films, and then, but they're not connected with these films, so it's like, oh, okay, but she's playing the same character. I guess you could say, in a way, this is also kind of a revenge film for Bond, which was done before in License to Kill, which License to Kill is one of the more underrated, because that was like the 80s version of James Bond. 1989, bad guy feeding people to sharks. You got Robert Davi, you got James Bond pissed off, wanting revenge. Just that's a cool one. Mr. White called Mr. Blonde. Don't sit in a chair, you may hear the song stuck in the middle with, you know, happen to your ear. But yeah, the Quantum Organization is who he works for, and it's a cool name for a group, Quantum. Makes me think of Quantum Leap. Maybe they're big fans of Sam Beckett. Of course, a turncoat motherfucker. But yeah, even that fight there, like, I don't even know how James Bond got hit. Cause like, I'm like, it felt like Casino Royale and Skyfall, the action scenes were a bit better photographed with not using that too kinetic editing style. I think that's the biggest gaffe of the movie for me. It's like people do that to create a falsehood of a rapid fire pace, but all it does for the viewer is create confusion. Like, I know I saw a bunch of stuff, and, you know, a bunch of stuff happened, but I don't know what happened because I couldn't tell, because my brain doesn't work that fast. Sorry. I could do this cut, this cut, this cut. It fucked up with the flow of a fight scene or a car chase or action sequence. People not noticing their gun playing out. Like, yeah! Can you imagine, though, filming it as all of these people, these extras, you have to get them to cooperate, not look at the camera or do like, fuck you assholes, fuck you assholes. The Italiano woman lost the tutti frutti. See, that's the thing, like, this foot chase, you compare it to, like, the foot chase in Casino Royale. And, like, Casino Royale did do it better. Like, there's some decent stunt work here, but, like, that jump was pretty cool from one thing to the balcony. But it's like, you almost want to tell the director, stop being a spaz. You getting people to do some pretty good stunt work. Let's enjoy them. But when you shake the camera like this all the time, it just should create people, you know, headaches. If the audience has that much ADD, then that's their fault. Don't play to that audience. I'm sorry. If the audience have that much ADD, then that's their fucking fault. I'm not going to apologize for that. It's fucking true. And yeah, there are movies I've watched that I've enjoyed that have had the same style, and I've disregarded it. Like here, there's some cool shots. Like, that's an interesting shot. The camera falling with them through the glass, and now they're on the scaffold. Like, that's an interesting setup. You see, there's a little bit of CGI additions, to be fair. But, like, I think that jump to the rope, that looked for real. At least it's an actual person doing it. And these two people colliding. But even here, like, look how many cuts there are. Like, dot, 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 dot. Like, calm down. Again, this is actually... I like the setup of the scene where these two are on ropes. And, like, this is a cool shot where he's upside down. He gets the gun. He shoots up. I remember that being a cool moment in the trailer. So again, it's like I like the scene, like there, like that's pretty cool. Like the angle, the situation, but yeah, just like director, man, calm down on spazzing out with the camera. Yeah, I did Roger Moore's criticisms. May he rest in peace. I did what he was saying. The dead man walked away. Dead men just do tell tales. The rain is God pissing on you. As some would say with the rain, it's just God pissing on you. And you gonna like it. It's the 9 golden showers. M, look at me, I'm gonna throw your ass off this block. Does the M stand for MILF? Judi Dench, the M, does it stand for MILF? I asked you a question, I expect an answer. God damn it. God damn it. He didn't smoke crack? Crack. He smoked probably, that's bullshit, he smoked crack. She was saying, oh, he don't smoke. Probably does smoke crack. There you go, James Bond versus crack addicts. That hasn't happened yet. Can you imagine that? Sophisticated James Bond going against some meth and crack addicts? It'd be different. The sophisticated versus the insane. How would James Bond deal with, you know, the illogical crackhead or meth head? PCP. They get shot 10 times, they keep going. But that's the thing with these James Bond films. They definitely flourished and splurged with the budgets. Because most of these James Bond films were humongously expensive. I mean, just expensive and then some. Because you got all the technology, the sets, at least for a good chunk of them, try and do the action scenes as practical as possible. It's funny, this technology here is kind of like what you do on a phone where you move stuff around with your finger. So, yeah, that technology doesn't seem as crazy as maybe it did back in 2008. That's kind of do with your cell phone. You move this, you move that. People even play games like that, moving shit with their finger. I think they said they're in Haiti now. They're gonna find some of that powder that turns people into zombies. Don't be like Bill Pullman, man. Someone get the tetratats in your face and don't bury me. I'm not dead. Because my name's Bond, James Bond. I'm not dead, I'm Bond. I'm not dead, motherfucker. I'm alive. That fucking sign there, what does that mean? You're evicted or something? You're on the wrong side of the door. No. It's probably like rules. Do not piss in the balcony. Do not shit on the table. Mr. Knife Man. Yeah, fuck you shit up. Just throw him through the door. That's right. Fuck you shit up. Like, this is a fight scene that does seem like inspired by the Bourne Identity with the way it's edited. But Daniel Craig, you know, does a good job. He handles the physical stuff well. He has the right look and the steely gaze in his eyes. Definitely looks like a guy you don't want to fuck with. Obviously that shot wasn't good. Either he got the zombie powder too, or he really is dead. Yeah, just steal his shit. Steal his wallet too. Take his fucking money. Buy a burger. Buy a Happy Meal. So what I would do, steal his fucking money. Tell your friends about me in the afterlife, motherfucker. Stealing your money. Gonna use it at the strip club. Thanks to you. Yes, give me the suitcase. Hopefully there's money in it. Who the fuck are you? This is our, I believe, our female lead. Who is, what was her name? Olga Kurylenko? I don't know what else she's done. If you hear a disc, it's got Casino Royale in it too. Because he asked for a review of that and a commentary for this, so I just have them both there so I don't forget. But yeah, she plays the character Camille. Damn cast just right on the fucking ground. Well, dude, maybe you shouldn't take in a fucking moped. Just hit him. I think that van can take the fucking bike. Over dreams or under the sheets. He just did a fucking swipe and knocked the guy off the bike. I don't know why that made me laugh, but I forgot about that bit. Talk about fucking Wipeout. You would think, I mean, well, I guess that guy wouldn't know who the assassin looked like? I guess not. I guess just assumption. But, let's see. It's funny, like, in the car, he grabbed the gun so she wouldn't shoot, but he didn't try to explain himself, I guess. Still trying to go undercover. Or you let her go so he can follow her, which is a good idea. So now he knows where she's at. Sorry. That quick shot of that one guy, I'm like, that looked like a really thin Hank Azaria. Like, not this guy, but the other guy that we saw quickly. Is like, if Hank Azaria, like, there's cheap rolling in. But this guy looks like someone who would do your taxes or accountant. Yeah, the guy in the back kind of looks like an anorexic Hank Azaria or something. Like if Hank Azaria lost a lot of weight and went the Ally McBeal treatment. See, this movie's racist. You got the black man down, trying to be your bodyguard slaves. I see this guy's racist. He's wearing a white shirt, and James Bond's wearing a black shirt, and he's meant to represent and fuck over the white power. And if I were serious, I would sound like those people at these colleges and write these fucking stupid essays about alien predator are racist. Why? Because of stupid fucking reasons. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Because the alien xenomorph represents the black woman, and I guess the predator represents a black guy. I'm like, maybe you're the one who's racist. You should look in the mirror. Although I think it was written by a black guy. I'm like, maybe you're a self-hating guy. I don't know. Maybe you're racist to yourself. Because no one else thought of that. I don't know, just the way of the world and the bullshit today. So pretty much Camille here, sweet talked with this guy. Stick around was his predator. Stick around. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. It's been a while since I've seen this. I'm trying to remember what the hell happens in this movie. But yeah, this is around the time when, like the end of this DVD, back to the day of DVDs, they're still around, but they're a lot more prominent back then. You would have trailers in front of movies. So, in front of this, there was a Valkyrie, the Nazi Tom Cruise starring in it. You had The Day There Stood Still, the movie that I completely forgot was even a thing, with Keanu Reeves, which sadly I would say that's one of his worst films. And you have Will Smith's son in that. And what was the other movie? Some film with Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman. Was it Australia? Something like that? That no one fucking remembers? This guy wants a desert? Isn't there plenty of deserts out there? Maybe it's that oil he's looking for. Maybe it's something else. Some other natural resource. You're so concentrated on oil, there could be something else. I know some critics, they didn't like the film because they felt it was trying to be a bit too realistic. I mean, that doesn't bother me, honestly, if it's done well enough. I mean, yeah, the Bond films, I know I don't, and a lot of people don't go into them for realism. It's for, like, almost like a sophisticated comic book action with thrills and humor and sexy girls and gadgets. But Casino Royale tried to do something a bit different, a little bit more of the source material. And that doesn't bother me either. Because Die Another Day, when you got to the Invisible Car and the Ice Palace, it was a bit too far. Maybe people say they overcompensated it. But I felt like they went back to the outrageous stuff anyway. I mean, this new film, Again, I don't want to see a 3-hour film where James Bond dies. That's why I didn't see it. And I don't care to see it. But what happens to James Bond is pretty much what happens to fucking Solid Snake in this. He did his fucking Fox die. Like, that's some really good Star Wars, jumping from one boat to another. Like, that's... It was a small scene, but that was a pretty good bit of business. You know, to the stunt folks. Commend them for that. Damn. You're kind of surprised no one saw that coming and tried to phone or CB radio those guys in the boat. Hey, we got some weird fucking guy in a boat that jumped there from a motorcycle coming for you. Gotta do some shit. Oh no, you pissed up Pablo Escobar. So here we have our boat chase here. Which that makes it a little bit different from Casino Royale, since you didn't have this type of scene in that film. Again, the action scenes... I mean, so far I wouldn't say this is as crazy in editing. Well, it's both too soon. Never mind. It does have that same type of too kinetic editing. Just too much of it. I mean, there's enough like cool practical stuff and stunt work in there to enjoy. And still have, you know, entertainment. But again, like compared to just Skyfall, like that's a good bit there. James Bond's boat running over another boat and that boat explodes a bit under them. Like, that's a cool shot. Like I say, there's oh, that's a cool moment, that type of stuff there, here and there. But again, Marc Forster was just not the best choice for a Bond movie. And it's a bit weird as to why they chose him, because you look at his filmography, he never really did anything that would justify he could do a James Bond film. Now, again, after this did World War Z, and if I watched the unrated cut, the action scenes seem to flow a bit better than in this one. But I'll be honest, right now I already forgot why she's on the ground and how they got away. I was looking down. Sorry, my nose is itching. It's that time of year with the sinuses. I already forgot why she was on the ground and how they got away. I was going to be ready to rewind it, but I can't because it's commentary. I was going to say, is someone going to notice that he's carrying this unconscious looking lady? Here's a gift. Merry Christmas. Where all the white women at? There you go. Happy birthday. Oh, just what I wanted. A nice woman. The Harvey Weinstein special. It's the Bill Cosby special. Drugged and ready for your pleasure. Dominic Greene. Sorry, I'm listening to the dialogue to see... Buying up large pieces of land for this environmental bit of business. Oh, that's David Harbour with the phone and the glasses and the mustache. There's David Harbour. Wow, okay. I didn't remember he was in a James Bond film. As soon as I say it, he's off the screen. But yeah, the guy with the phone with the mustache, that was David Harbour, who was in the Stranger Things TV show, and he in that crappy new Hellboy movie. He was in Black Widow, which was a lame film. I would rather watch this with its problems over the Black Widow, or sadly a lot of the films this year. Like at the end of the day, when this came out, it was kind of like a serviceable James Bond movie. Like you watch, you go, it's fine. Like it was okay, and that's still better than a lot of the films come out today, and that's sad. Yeah, there's David Harbour. There's a bit boredom. So it's a CIA guy. There's Felix, Jeffrey Wright, who was in the first previous film, Casino Royale. I think he just killed off. I forget if it's Inspector or the new No Time to Die, but I know he just killed off sometime, of course. When we don't know what else to do, they kill him off. I mean, it's true. They even did with James Bond. I mean, they go on a little rant. That's what it seems like. If a franchise goes on for too long and they like ran out of ideas, then the idea they go to is kill the person off. Technically, that's what happened back in the day in comic books with Superman. Oh, we're running out of ideas. Our sales are low. What do we do? Let's kill him off. And we were not going to kill him off forever, but at least for a bit. And then it became a huge deal, and like, oh shit. Movies, Alien 3. Kill her off. Granted, Sigourney Weaver had a hand in that because they were going to let Ripley live, and she's like, no, I want to die. Star Trek Generations, Captain Kirk, kill him off. James Bond, No Time to Die, kill him off. With Fox die, pretty much, from Metal Gear Solid. Star Wars, Harrison Ford, Han Solo, kill him off. Carrie Fisher sadly passed away in real life, so kill off Leia. Luke Skywalker, kill him off. The new Ghostbusters, Eon. We don't have Harold Ramis. We could just not make the movie. But okay, just, kill off Eon. Which I know that's not the same circumstances like this or with Alien 3, and I know. But I'm just saying, I know, to be fair, I know. But this happens a fucking lot, man, and gets old and tiring. Terminator Darth Vader, John Connor, kill him off. When he's a kid, at the beginning of Darth Vader. It is just... Rocky, I thought they were going to kill him off in Creed 2. I was wrong. But I know they're making a Creed 3 and Rocky's not in it. Now, maybe he's on sabbatical, maybe he's taking vacation. But I'm just saying, if Creed 3 comes out, and you see a gravesite of Rocky Balboa, I would not be surprised. I'm not saying it will happen, because I said with Creed 2 it didn't. I'm just saying don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. That's probably one of the only saving graces of Rambo Last Blood is they didn't kill off John Rambo. That's like one of the only saving graces of that film. Because I love the first 4 Rambo films. Same with Die Hard 5. That's like one of the only saving graces is, well, they didn't kill off John McClane. So... This new Indiana Jones film, I mean, who knows what will happen with that. Because we don't need a new Indiana Jones film. That's why I liked what they did with Harrison Ford's character Blade Runner 2049. I was fine with what they did with his character. I know I'm off tangent. Let's get back to Quantum of Solace. But yeah, they like I said, they definitely splurge on the sets, the designs of all this stuff. Like, just imagine like how the costume department, every one of these people have to have a suit, ties, spiffy shoes. It all adds up. Guten Hagen, someone stole my suit. There's the bad guy and the anorexic Hank Azaria. The two of them were talking together. Gotta finally get Bond in that suit again. What is this all about? Here's your party gift. Hey, I've seen those bags. They were given to people who saw Shang-Chi. For Shang-Chi, and like each time people and critics, I think what the hell was the one guy? I forgot his name. They go to these premieres and like, oh, this movie is such a game changer. Or they didn't use that for Shang-Chi. What was the word they used? They allowed them to use like the same type of word. I'm like, that's strange. This word keeps popping up. But that movie is so forgettable. I even forgot the presentation of it. But my point was they all got these little gift bags. Look at all these little trinkets I got. Well, that doesn't... No, I mean, when you go to a premiere and you're lolly-gadding with people and, oh my god, this is a fun time, and you had... Maybe the movie's not that good or great, but you had a fun time, you're partying, you talk, maybe you got some connections and deals, and you even got little trinkets, and... You know, you had a good, entertaining experience. You tell me there are people that are not going to go easy on a movie? Yeah, right. I'm not saying that's the way all the time, but if you don't tell me that it's never happened that way, I have a bridge to sell you. Costs $5. Maybe 10. That cheap? Yeah, because when you buy it, you don't have a lot of taxes, and you don't want to sell it back, and that's where I up the price. And then go, nah, you gotta pay all the taxes. I don't have to pay the taxes anymore. I got $10. You're in debt because you got $1 million taxes for this bridge, toll bridge. They were this art show with, is that a fucking eyeball? So again, this is Organization Quantum, which I try to remember, does that have any inclination later on to like Spectre or no? They're two different things. I don't remember the plots. It's been forever since I've seen these movies. Well, I mean, it seemed like a dumb move, but he's able to get pictures on all these guys, so maybe it was the smartest move. Taking pictures of all you. Y'all caught red-handed. But I will say with this film, it seems like it doesn't go too long before another action sequence pops up, because we're how long in this? Whoa, 43 minutes long. Wow, I didn't... This film goes at a fast pace. I can at least say that. I didn't know we were already 40-some in. Because you had the opening scene, you had the bit where he's chasing the guy that go on that scaffold, and tangling the ropes to get the gun. You had the boat chase. You had the... I think there's something coming up here. Oh, yeah, okay, that's part of the play they're doing with his eyeball. For your eyes only. See, again, like the way this is directed and how spazzy it's the biggest downfall of the film, because yeah, a lot of times the James Bond plots might not be the most interesting, so to speak, but you're enjoying it for the spectacle, and again, it's like I'm liking it for like moment here, moment there, but it's like a dance routine. When you're doing a dance routine or when you're seeing something, you want to see the whole thing, a martial arts demonstration, a fight scene. You want to let the people be able to do what they've been trained to do. Not try to hide it via editing or such. That was a one-way ticket. Straight to your ass down. And you're still dead. Such for that guy. He survived that fall. Didn't break his back because he stood up, only for the guy to just shoot him. You're shit out of luck. Stop wasting that water. M. I know your real name is MILF. That's what the M stands for. Didn't you know that? So these are pretty much a bunch of higher-ups that worm their way into the bigger parts of power. No, he did not shoot the guy. Why don't you fucking say, no, I didn't shoot the guy? You go, no, I didn't shoot the guy. I just let him go and they shot the guy. For some reason, some people just don't want to say the fucking blunt, honest truth. Now, granted, she might not believe him, but you just go, no, I didn't shoot the guy. I chased him to the top. He fell. I ran off, probably heard the gunshot, so they shot him. You may not believe me, but that's what happened. Again, Daniel Craig definitely has the charisma and suaveness to play James Bond. He's got the look, he can handle the physical stuff well. When the little bits of humor come out, he was a really good James Bond. And in his movies, I mean, I'll try to like, who had the best track record when it comes to Bond. Like Sean Connery, I like Dr. No, I like Goldfinger, I like You Only Live Twice. I could watch Diamonds Are Forever. The others of his I don't really care for. I've never been into For Russia with Love. I don't like Thunderball that much. I don't know if I would say I hate it. I'm just not really a big fan of it. But Never Say Never Again, I wasn't big on. Timothy Dalton only had 2, and I like both of them. Pierce Brosnan had 4, and I like 2 of them a lot. Roger Moore, I mean, he probably had the most films, and you have Live and Let Die, Spy Who Loved Me, For Your Eyes Only, Moonraker I can have fun with. I don't mind A View to a Kill, but Roger Moore was too old. That should have been Timothy Dalton's first take on it. So yeah, Spy Who Loved Me, Live and Let Die, For Your Eyes Only, watch A View to a Kill, I can watch Moonraker. That's 5. I mean, I guess technically Roger Moore kind of has the better track record, but he made more of the movies. And then, Daniel Craig, I like the first 3. I like Casino Royale and Skyfall. This I don't mind. Spectre was disappointing, and No Time to Die, everything I hear about is like, nah. And be like, hey, I'm like, I don't want anyone to request No Time to Die, because I just have no interest in sitting down for 3 hours. 3 hours is a long time to watch a movie that I already know the ending and I know I'm not going to be a fan of. It just... And time is limited, Sally. You're judged by the strength of your enemies. I think this guy we saw in the previous film, Giancarlo Giannini. I remember he was, I think, Guillermo del Toro's mimic, Giancarlo Giannini. I think he was in Hannibal, the Ridley Scott film, I believe. Because I think he's the detective who Hannibal Lecter goes, "Do the pleasure of eating your wife." But I think he was a guy in the previous film that was a traitor of betrayed James Bond, but then if that's the case, I find it weird that he's already out and free. Like, how is he out and free and not, you know, in jail or anything? Sorry I'm being silent, I'm just sitting and listening to the dialogue and... Like, if this guy betrayed you before, I still don't know why you would want to take anything around him as a drink in case that was poisoned. Just here in Casino Royale, you were poisoned once already. Now this lady, I mean, the way this lady is dressed, she seems like she's just flat out naked underneath this little trench coat. Like, literally she could just open up and there's bare titties and maybe a pair of panties. Nothing complaining, she looks hot. She looks like she could be like a porno version of April O'Neil. Although there is a porno actress called April O'Neil. I mean, not that I would know. I've been told. I swear, someone just told me. It wasn't me, it was Owen, I wasn't even there. For the 2 people that get that. Good. For the people who are confused, hey. Welcome to my world. I'm confused every day. Especially with how shitty fucking movies are nowadays. That a serviceable James Bond film is still better than a lot of films today. And if this was around 2008, I mean, Rambo 4 came out 2008, January, and that's a film I saw in the theater and loved. Loved that film in the theater. And I don't know what the future will be for James Bond. I really don't. I mean, honestly, I think it would be best to just put James Bond in the freezer for a while until at least this whole PC political mumbo jumbo is maybe dismissed or eased out of the ether. James Bond is problematic. Why? Because he's a guy that likes women and thinks women are sexy? Wow. If that wasn't the case, we would not be a race because we would not populate. Just, I think you are hot. Let us fuck. God forbid. That's why I don't get like, hey, okay, let's say a woman comes up and says, oh, you're hot and you're sexy and I want to do all these things to you. I'd be like, yes, thank you. Are you clean and are you over 18? Are you married? No? Okay. Do you have a disease? Again, are you 20, 22? Cool. You're single, you're clean, you're 22, and, you're not, pussy ain't rotten? Cool. It's all good. But, you have, not all, but some women, like, I'm offended that that person called me pretty. What am I supposed to do? Call you a duck that got butt fucked by a beaver? I'm supposed to call you a witch with a bitch? Damn, that was fast. Sex scene's done already? What happened to the sex scene? I know I've said this before, but like Daniel Craig, by like the next one, it's like his character is retired. I'm like, how is his character already retired? He just started. Like Casino Royale is supposed to be his first assignment. This is following that assignment because the way that ends, this begins. So you just say this is his second assignment. And then by the time it's Skyfall, oh, I'm ready to retire. What? We've only seen two. And they're kind of connected with each other. And you're already retiring? Or you're gone? I mean, then the next one, get ready for retirement. This is getting ready for retirement. What are you, Roger Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon? Getting too old for this shit. I say it's like, you just started Casino Royale. Now, like the next one after is like, you're ready for retirement, ready to retire, ready to retire. I'm like, Jesus. And then Daniel Craig's like, I'm tired of playing Bond. I can understand if it takes a toll on one's body. I can understand that. But this, if it's not, it's like, dude, look what the type of movies you get to do. These flourished $200 million budgeted movies where you get to have fight scenes and you're in pretty clothes and they put the best makeup. They probably serve the best food. The catering budget is probably as big as certain entire other movies' complete budgets. So you're probably eating well. You're probably, well, maybe not sleeping well because you're probably working 15-hour days at least. So, I mean, I can understand maybe. But that'd be like, see, sounds like most movies go through that. Not just James Bond. But like you're wearing pretty suits, cool cars, cool gadgets, cool, like it's just I don't understand, like that seems like a role many people just jump at the chance to play, and Daniel Craig's like, I don't want to do it anymore. Just don't understand that. I just don't get it. Some of us were killed to be in movies. I would love to be in movies, but I don't have, number one, I don't think I would have the ability to remember all the dialogue. I really don't, with that type of memorization. Number two, I don't have the aesthetic, not by a long shot. And number three, I can't act, which is kind of important. But it's like, oh, wah, I'm an actor. I'm like, you know what? I'd love to exchange fucking lifestyles then. I bet a lot of people watch this. Well, not a lot of people watch this, but the 5 people that watch this, they don't say the same way. To the 5 people watching, thank you. Yeah, I mean, this guy was just going to push me off the balcony. You know, I just realized his name is Mr. Greene. The one guy was Mr. White. This is Mr. Greene. Now I am waiting for Mr. Blonde. Or Mr. Blue. Fucking Reservoir Dogs here. Yeah, he's Mr. Greene. The one guy was Mr. White. Again, where's Mr. Blonde? Or Mr. Burns. You know, that kind of trip down those rock-hard stairs could literally kill someone. The fact that guy didn't get his fucking head bashed in, it's a fucking miracle. Imagine if that did happen. What the fuck are you doing? Why just tripping him? You didn't have to do anything. Now you're wanted for murder. You're arrested. Lady. Consulate can't help you now. Of course he's going to have friends with the police force. I really don't be surprised if that he does. I am shocked. The police work for him? Oh shit, I didn't see that coming. Why didn't you see it coming? Hey puto! What you gringos doing? I'm born in East LA. I was born in East LA, you chingos. Por favor, what did you say? Oh, they framed him. They framed him. I didn't like that editing. It's that bat forward, bat forward, bat. I mean, that could have been, okay, a cool little takedown of these 2 cops. But, what the fuck? So was he alive before Bond used him as a shield? Or no? So again, was he still alive and Bond used him as a shield and then got him killed? Or what was the deal? Because I thought he was dead, but obviously he's not. But then he used him as a shield and then got shot in the back. So yeah, I mean, he is from the previous film, and I mean, in a way, Bond did get him killed, because again, I'm gonna use you for a shield. You got shot in the back. Oop, now you're dead. Oop, there it is. I mean, I guess for him, it's like it was either him or me. And now just dumped in the garbage. As he says, he wouldn't care. Oh, you didn't ask him. How would you know maybe he's like, that motherfucker, I changed my mind, I don't forgive him. I hope he burns in hell. I will say the biggest compliment I can give this movie, it's pretty fast paced. Because we're an hour and 4 minutes in. We have, I mean, take out the end credits. I mean, if you take out the end credits, which would be 3-4 minutes at least. So, about, 35 minutes left, 36. And that includes, the big finale, as they're out here in the desert. Which they piss. I mean, it sounds stupid to say a nice looking desert, but based on cinematography, you can make it look fairly expansive. There you go, fly, motherfuckers, fly. I think they get shot down. I think there's an action scene with that as part of it. I could be wrong, maybe, or I'm thinking of another James Bond film, but I would not be surprised if they get shot at and this plane crashes. Guy couldn't even change his shirt, still got blood on his shirt. So I guess really this, for some reason, I kept thinking this was a revenge story, but I guess really it's more this guy tried to kill Judi Dench, and then of course this, big plan from the bad guys. Yep, they get shot at. There you go. These fucking planes. Confirm the kill, yeah. I mean, if you blew it up, and it's like, then it would be confirmed. It's not confirmed when you're literally just, ready to land. So that wasn't really much of a action scene, like. But I guess on that plane there aren't really any weapons to fight back. But there's some nice shots of it, this actual. I don't know if they use an actual plane. I don't know if it's really good model work, because sometimes that's the case. Sometimes they use a model of a plane and then they have some kind of forced perspective to make it look as if it's much bigger than it is, or although with the budget these films had, it could just be a real plane. I mean, I'm sure some of this is real, but I'm just saying, again, if you have models and you made them the right way and shoot them the right way, to have the fairly similar effect. Okay, this actually seems a little bit longer than I remember. Which is not saying much, because I didn't remember much about it. I mean, I really would not say this movie is that boring of a film. There you go, blind the sucker. Blind him. Can't do much if you can't see, sucker. You wanna be near me? This is what you get. Either you get off my ass or you die. Goodbye, bad guy. Got his ass that time. There you go. Good job, Bond. Yes, get the parachutes. You need to get the fuck out of there now. Bond, you can't land it. Or can he not get to the parachute? Damn. Damn, the helicopter took out even more of the shit. Well, yeah, I would say this airplane scene is a bit better than the scene in Die Another Day with the airplane scene. Like, this bit's here where they have to slide down and this free fall. Of course, it don't be CGI because they're not going to put Daniel kind of danger. Yeah, it's pretty noticeable CGI, so it's not, entirely effective, to be fair. I mean, to be honest. Of course there's nothing. Why would there be something? Sorry, listen to the dialogue to understand a bit more what's going on. Pretty much the big officials are going, hey, we're working with Mr. Greene. This whole theory seems like a bunch of poppycock. The world's running out of oil. I mean, sadly, that what comes down to it. Like, people need, to run the shit, oil. That's why there's the hope that you can find a better and cleaner energy. Because the oil's not going to last forever. And it's not as plentiful as people make it out to be. That's why you get these fights and battles for control of it. And it's like, well, what can you do? I'm not yawning because of the movie, I'm yawning because I'm doing this late at night. Which I'm doing the thing because my neighbor has roosters and I don't want them going da da during the video. It's annoying after a while. I didn't, I don't know what I was going to say. I mean, okay, with the film, again, I think the fast pacing helps. Daniel Craig is a good choice for a Bond. He proved that in Casino Royale. I think he still proves it here. And the making of the film, there's issues with the script and there's rewriting going on. They never really synced into a concrete script when filming, and so they did the best they could. And you tell that, you know, the story in this is pretty meh. Or below meh. Like, the story here, it's very inconsequential. Even compared to other Bond films. Like, the story is... Like, we're an hour and 15 minutes in. I still don't get what the whole deal with the bad guy even is. I mean, I do say that's going to be the reveal, to be fair, but... It's kind of like Bond went here, he went there, he went over here. I forget how he learned this thing was in the desert. I think she just told him or something, or... I already that's why I already forgot parts of the plot. But the plot Casino Royale, you can remember. It's his first assignment, this banker for terrorists. You go in this poker game, you make him poor, you put him in the camel clutch and make him humble. Now that he owes bad guys his money, the idea is he's going to come to us. He meets Vesper, falls in love with her, as well as playing this poker game. He loses at one point, gets poisoned at one point. He stops this tanker. Well, this bad guy trying to destroy this airliner, to be, not a tanker. And then the whole thing with Vesper in the third act. Here it's kind of a bit more muddled, I guess you could say, with the story, the plot. I couldn't easily explain the plot to this compared to like what Casino Royale. Idea maybe that's with the writing issues because of having to rush it, not having a concrete script. You know, that's not really the best way to make a film. You can make a good film even with those circumstances, but it's just, you know, not the ideal situation. But these guys, yeah, they don't have much water. And I'm trying to remember if this is to control the water supply? Because I don't think it's oil. I think they want you to think it's oil. I think it has to do with water. I could be wrong, but I think it's to do with controlling the water supply. Yeah, I could be wrong. Damn, that was a long walk. As soon as you get there, now it's run. What are you doing? He said run. The note said run. But it's like, you would think, man, let me at least get some water, then give something to eat. I've been walking in the fucking desert, and I'm not even sweating that much. If it was me, I'd be literally pouring sweat like it's a swimming pool. And when you're in that heat in the desert, you walk in that long, you're probably not going to be smelling the best either. Unless you have the best deodorant ever. You're going to be unsure, not sure. So this is a girl that was for the consulate. It kind of reminds me of the Goldfinger, only with oil. Remember Goldfinger? The lady made all the gold on her. Only this is oil. I wonder if that was on purpose, like to do a little ode to Goldfinger with that. There you go. Fuck people up in the elevator. As much as I complain about Marvel films, I probably would say the best beatdown in an elevator is probably still Captain America: The Winter Soldier. But I mean, there was the beatdown Dick Carter, Sylvester Stallone, John Claude Van Damme had a decent one, and I think Maximum Risk. Darn with Avengers, that was a good one. Put the fucking gun down now. And yeah, moments like that makes you understand the reality of Judi Dench's character, that she puts this cold front, but that going, no, he's onto something, he's my agent, I trust him, and you get the idea she means that. She puts up this front, but like that, I think what helps make that character endearing. That Judi Dench plays it well. I mean, acting-wise, you can see why they brought her from Pierce Brosnan to this. I didn't have just a bit weird continuity-wise, but yeah, again, enjoying the actress, I do see why. So yeah, this is Jeffrey Wright and David Harbour. As, you know, two CIA guys. Yeah, I forget. I know like where the finale takes place. I'm just trying to remember how we get there. I thought Jeffrey Wright was a nice choice for Felix. I mean, maybe because he's a good actor and it works, and he makes the character work. You're right, I don't know you, and you don't know my name, but you will, because the song told me. You know my name. Oh, that was the last movie. Yeah, that bit of dialogue was definitely used for the trailer. I remember that. Yeah, how much time do I have? And yeah, I've said this for the nth degree. One thing you can't complain about the film, it does. I mean, it does have a fast pace. I wonder if this is one of the. I wonder what the shortest Bond film is, like running time wise. This might be up there because again, usually Bond films are about 2 hours, 2.5, sometimes like the new one 3 hours. But again, this is like an hour and 40 minutes, so this might be one of the shorter ones. I don't know what the shortest one is, but for those who know, feel free to comment. I don't know why I keep seeing the desert, keep thinking of that song, I think Sting's saying it. A desert rose, na 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 na. A desert rose. Is this Pablo Escobar or Fidel Castro? Yes, I want to drink of your poontang pie. Straddle my face. Actually, give me some mozzarella sticks. Well cooked. So Felix knew where this was at, but he never bothered to investigate it himself. I wonder why that is. Like, why is it that Felix, who does have a morality, he knows there's something up with this place because he told James where this place was, but he never bothered to look into it himself. Wonder what the reason for that is. I might have missed it, so that's the thing. Like, I could complain about something, but if I missed it, I missed it. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I fucked up before, I'll fuck up again. Yep, one shot, one kill. As Tom Berenger would say. One shot, one kill. From a film called Sniper, which is a pretty decent film. Sniper 2 is okay, Sniper 3 is meh, and after that just lost track. Because I never thought Sniper would be a movie that would get a franchise. There's like, what, 7 of them or something? It's ridiculous. About. But the only truly decent one is the first one. But yeah, the second one was okay, and the third one was meh. And then, like I said, after that one... Oh, you know, he's a swab bag guy. He's in the Apple, and look at his shirt. Kind of shirt Joey from Friends would wear. How you doing? That's what you would say to these guys. How you doing? Yours? You know what you did? You did a cockney sandwich. How about that? One for you and one for your mustache. Oh, okay, yeah, the one guy that's he's wearing a neck brace because he got tripped on the stairs earlier. So he still has a neck brace. The black thing around his neck. The one guy that's standing next... Well, he's not on screen right now, but... He's the guy that gave the papers to this other guy in the hat. Yeah, that guy that was... he's not there now. You'll wake up with your balls in your mouth? Not a great image. Yeah, you don't wake up with balls in your mouth. Especially your own balls. I don't want to wake up with any balls in my mouth, but again, my balls, especially no. Unless somehow I'm really, really flexible and not dead. Even then I wouldn't want it either. That's a reference to the Kevin Smith's Clerks, where they had that conversation where, what was it, Randall, his cousin or something, died from breaking his neck trying to suck his own self off. Wait, you tried? Fucking pervert. So just fucked with Dante. When Kevin Smith was worth a shit. Ah, there we go. Damn. Damn, everything just fucking explodes to high heaven here. Again, the action, like, there's some nice fire spectacle. It just... Why the spazzy editing? I don't understand, like, why the director thought... Because the Bourne films were popular. I said, well, I guess that's the way to do a James Bond film, to be more modern. But that's not what people are going for James Bond. That's why the series are not really known for that type of editing in terms of action. Like, that's a pretty cool shot. Like, damn, like, that looks a bit action spectacle explosions. I don't know. Like, the way this architecture is, and I don't know, just the design of it, I always thought looked cool. Like, shooting the floor, jumping through, like, the different levels of this place. Like, maybe I don't like the way it's directed, edited, but, like, that's a cool shot. Like, you just see, like, a huge wall of fire while you have these... I like the way the if I learned how taught the architecture of the building happens to be. But again, the way it's edited, you barely tell what's going on. Like, that's a cool idea of James Bond, the scaffold, and but it wasn't directed as well as it could have. Obviously, because of the stuff that's made of, just everything just being incinerated more and more, and ooh, and the idea of, like, guy having an axe and hitting his own fucking foot with the axe. Ew. I didn't. That's like the ending. Like, I like the ideas and the pieces of action I do see in bits of that. You know, I do enjoy that. Damn, it's all coming down to fucking fire everywhere. I just feel like this looks pretty damn crazy with all this explosion and fire. I don't know, just something about it. It just looks so chaotic that I'm surprised no one got hurt in the middle of this. And I don't know, a lot of it does look like real fire. Just everywhere you were, fire here, fire there. It just the chaotic destruction just is like, holy shit. Kind of that reaction. And that's the thing, like, I do feel more of the chaos in this compared to the ending of Casino Royale. And she has past trauma of burning. Just blow the shit out more of the place. And this motherfucker thinks he's going to get away. Yeah, that ain't going to happen, dude. And now that I still don't remember, like, what was the villain's plot? Right, I still don't remember what the hell the plot was for this movie, and I'm watching it. Hmm. Yeah, that guy's a bit effed in the A, so to speak. I mean, you're out in the middle of the desert, what can you do? What can you do? Hmm. Well, at least this girl ain't dead. And I mentioned the dams, and the dams need to be taken down. But that's the thing, like, I don't think this movie, again, the two issues is, number one, I say the editing, the ADD flash cut editing makes it a big sore point for a Bond film. And number two, the plot, when you're done watching the film and you still don't really get what the plot was, again, that's a fucking issue. Dams, waters, quantum organization. I think it's about oil, it's about something else. She bangs, all that jazz. Now we're in Russia. I forgot this. Why are we in Russia now? Is Bond visiting someone? But oh, the boyfriend of Vespa, who's a turncoat asshole. Because at the end of the Casino Royale, it's like, I have to do this, otherwise my boyfriend, like, my love will die. But she didn't want to fuck over Bond either. But that's what he does. He seduces people so that they can do whatever they want. Yep, same necklace. There you go. She's starting to understand it. Like she didn't believe it at first, but once she saw the necklace, you could see her head going, "Yep, yep." Yeah, I think she just dumped your ass, dude. And this guy is shitting his pants. That's literally the face of a man who has shat his pants. Put the gun up the ass and keep going till it goes click. Okay. See. Well, yeah, of course you have regrets. The girl fucking dying with the oil. The guy they left in the desert. Hmm. I do think it was a nice choice to have the snow so that it, makes the scene less bland. It's a nice little touch. That's sort of a goodbye to Vesper. Kind of finishing the story from the previous film. And there's the Bond theme playing. And really the first time we get to see Daniel Craig technically do that. Because he kind of did in Casino Royale, but it was within the bathroom scene, but this is like technically doing that. And to be honest, even after watching it, I still can't tell you what the actual plot of the story is about what this guy was doing. I literally have to sit and rewind and go, what were they trying to do? What was the deal with this thing here? Something to do with a dam and... Let me see. Let me see if this scene explains it. The dollar isn't what it once was. The cost of war. I'm afraid that the corruption in this current government can no longer be tolerated. No, it's pretty much these... Right after you sign over my land. So, okay, sign over land so that they own the land. His first official act is sign his land over. Yeah, sorry I'm being distant. The whole compound runs on fuel cells. So that's why I was blowing up all the fuel cells. Which that's just right for, I mean, blowing shit up. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to look it up online, but again, the movie is a very flawed film. It's a very flawed film. Sorry, been silent for like 5 minutes. And what's funny on this, there's really no features on this DVD. There's a music video, a trailer, and a teaser. So it's just strange you have a James Bond film. Maybe there was a 2-disc and I didn't see it, but you have a James Bond film with really nothing for features, so there you go. And then something about the water supply, something about this and that. Wonder if the trailer maybe says it.
Dominic Greene, he's a person of extreme interest. We've already begun destabilizing the government. You know who Greene is and you want to put us in bed with it? Yeah, you're right. This is the old nice people. Get in. Alright. Forward this one to Bond. She won't go to bed with you unless you give her something she really wants.
So pretty much the control, like the water supply and such, so there you go. Anyway, with that said, thanks for watching, take care. I know it wasn't the most exciting commentary, but it's definitely a flawed Bond film. It's definitely, like, at best, a 3 out of 5 star for a Bond film, at best. Definitely weaker than Casino Royale. It's shorter, goes at a faster pace, but Casino Royale just has a more intricate plot compared to this. And better action sequences, better direction. Skyfall is definitely better. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just okay. It's just okay. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.